What's up, guys? What's up, guys? We are live on UFC Smash Talk. I'm your boy TSG, Sleeping Giant, and I got with me a special guest today, Ryan Hardy Evans, professional MMA fighter. I know you for a while. I've seen you fight back when you were amateur. I've seen you fight when you were pro, and I've only seen you get better and better and better. You're one of the seasoned guys. You've been around for a long time, so I feel honored and privileged to have you here today. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
So, how you been feeling with the return of UFC and everything going on?
Good. I haven't been really skill training, but working out. I got my little weight set and my little pillow bar and dip bar thing. So
Yeah,
I've been working out. I only been getting stronger.
yeah. Trying to
So
maintain during this whole
yeah,
pandemic shit. So, when all this is over and they finally in New York let us back into these gyms, do you getting right back on the horse?
yes.
Nice. That's good stuff. I want to hear. All right, so I'm gonna take a moment out to share this to the page. So everyone watching, apologize. I gotta look at my phone for a second. But this is the point where I'm gonna tag some people and we're gonna get some comments. So people that are watching right now, just tuning in, we're gonna talk a little bit about UFC. This is not an interview on Ryan. We're gonna do an interview on the day so we can really give him a good extensive interview. But what we're doing right now is we're gonna be talking about some stuff going on in UFC. So we really want you guys to join in on that. So feel free to interrupt us. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's for a shout out, we're looking to get people involved. Bam. Okay, we're good to go. All right, so boom. So first of all, let's talk about let's go back to UFC 249 real quick. You know what I mean? We just had this discussion real quick off air. We had both previously was like cheering for Tony, rooting for Tony, and then Justin showed us part of him that people never saw before, and he really stepped up to the plate. So essentially, he stole Tony's title shot. So
Yes,
now Justin
definitely
is
did
in
that.
this position where he's being asked to the same thing. Conor McGregor, before we talk about all the stuff going on at 170, at 155, Conor wants to fight Justin. So you as a fighter, what if you was in Justin's position, what would you do? Would you accept the fight with Conor? Would you wait for Khabib?
I mean, I would wait for Khabib. I mean, Connor's like a money fight. I mean, if Justin wants some money, then yeah. But Connor's not the champion. I want the champion.
Yeah,
Everybody wants the champion.
absolutely.
So Connor's just a money horse. Whoever fights Connor is just
Yeah,
gonna be for the money. He don't got the belt.
yeah.
So I'm waiting for Khabib if
Uh,
I'm in that situation.
are you aware of Khabib's medical condition with his father?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, based on that, my assumption is Khabib is not going to be around for a while. So,
Uh,
considering, let's say the wait could be possibly a year, you know what I mean? Do you still think Justin
I
should wait,
mean,
or
if
maybe
it's
you take the money fight?
if it's a year, then yeah.
All right,
I
all right,
have to fight. I have to stay active. I mean, if he's
yeah,
like me, you love to fight. I'm not gonna wait
yeah,
that long either. I don't
yeah,
care if you're the champion. Yeah, I gotta
yeah,
wait a year. Nah, I gotta keep active. Give me some
yeah.
fights.
What was so you saw the Justin Gaethje and Tony Ferguson fight? What was going through your mind as a fighter? Because that shit was one of the dopest. I don't even want to say dopest fights per se,
I
because it was
mean,
one sided, you know. But
yeah,
like those
Tony
first
was
two
real.
rounds, yeah. I'm sorry. Go
To
ahead.
me, Tony was really struggling with his volume. Like, it wasn't really keeping up with Gaethje like he usually. Well, he never fought
Yeah,
Gaethje, but like he usually performs.
yeah, yeah. That's one of the first things that was noticeable is that he didn't seem like the same Tony that we're used to. How much do you think leg kicks played into
I I haven't
that?
been there, so I don't
Okay,
know.
all right. So let me ask you another question as a fighter, because this shit's been bothering me, and I haven't talked to about it with anybody. But I don't know if you noticed, but during the fight, Tony Ferguson punched Justin Gaethje in the leg multiple times. I've heard of attacks like that as a feint, distraction, maybe a setup. But with the amount of times he threw it, it almost seemed like he was trying to use it for damage. What is your opinion on that? Me personally, you're ahead of the game compared to me. I'm an amateur fighter, you're a pro fighter. But me personally, I feel it was kind of foolish. You know, not to disrespect Tony. He's in a higher place, obviously. But in my opinion, so what is your opinion on that?
In that situation, yeah, unless he was playing as a tactic to go and but I never seen him fake. Every time he went for it, he went
Yeah.
for it. I
Yeah, he
never
went
seen a
for
follow
it.
up and that was it.
Exactly. Yeah, there was
He
no
never
follow up.
follow up.
And
So
then for 5 rounds, it's almost like a wasted attack, a wasted moment or energy.
Yeah.
At least in my opinion. So now with that said, Conor has been stirring up a lot of shit. Conor. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think no one knows what Justin's approach is gonna be. No one knows. I'm sorry, I'm gonna give a shout out to someone on the comment. What's up, Heavy D? Woo! What's up, Heavy D? Like the whole thing is I'm sorry, I lost my okay. I'm back. That was my train of thought. Justin seems like, I don't want to say he's going to wait because he may change his mind, but he didn't say anything back to Conor. So Conor seemed disinterested in that. And then he started popping shit and popping off with the 170 guys. So before we even get into any of that shit, what do you think of Conor at 170? Me personally, I think he might be biting off a little more than he could chew.
I think Conor needs to stay at 155. At 170, he's not even in the top 5 anymore. He's not even talked about up there.
All right, so now I'm gonna pull up some stuff. You're still gonna be on the screen. Boom. All right, so let's talk about this a little more in depth. How well can you see what I have on the screen right here?
No.
Yeah, you're not gonna be able to read this little shit. So I guess we're gonna get into stuff you could see. But are you aware of any of these tweets? If you're not, I'm gonna read them out real quick. So pretty much what Conor did was Conor down the pound for pound.
Oh yeah, I'm familiar with these.
Right. Yeah, long story short, he pretty much put a bunch of guys after him, put himself like number 2. Yeah. So immediately Khabib fired back with this, and this was a good clapback. He said you tapped out in featherweight, you tapped out in lightweight, and you tapped out in welterweight, which is true. I don't know if you see when Conor McGregor beat Cowboy, like the next day he jumped the gun. He was feeling himself. He was hyped. And he posted only man to get 3 knockouts in 3 divisions. And the first thing I thought was you also the only man to get tapped out in 3. You know what I'm saying? He got a little excited and shit. So Khabib fires back with that. So that's going on. Nate catches winning it. And Nate says, I smoked the number 1 pound for pound and the champ. Know the real GOAT when you see him. And don't forget, I did it better and quicker than anyone else on the ground. And sent him down with punches quicker than Mayweather did. So fuck y'all rankings and know a real GOAT when you see me. Yeah, I love Nate's style. So what happens is George Masvidal catches one of that and it's like, yo, what the fuck you mean? Because I don't know if you remember, I kind of gave you that smoke. You know what I'm saying? So so now with that whole shit, everybody just kind of like one up in each other. Like, how do you feel about all this? Like, who do you think should fight who at 170 right now?
We go by rankings, you go by my opinion, or we just go by who talking shit?
I say give me your opinions. That's what we're here for. We're here for your opinions.
Who talking shit? If I heard they agreed to a rematch, Nate and Gamebred, so let them run it back. It's not. I mean, it's for like a. I mean, I honor the belt for the baddest motherfucker. So if they want to run it back for the belt, let them run it back for the belt. To me, they are one of the 2 toughest motherfuckers in there. Came from street fighting with Kimbo.
Yeah.
So he's been doing this shit since the Raw. No raps, no nothing. So,
yeah, he's the real deal. What me personally, I'm afraid of, and this is all pure speculation and assumption. But I follow these guys behind the scenes and shit. And George, he like his little snacks. He like his little fast food. He like the party. He like the chill. He's a single guy. You know what I'm saying? He like want to talk to the ladies. So what I'm getting at is that when this whole pandemic shit hit and UFC shut down, when you look at the type of personalities that you got, George Masvidal and Nate Diaz was fucking doing triathlon shit for fun. You know what I'm saying? He running up and down mountains every day for breakfast. You know what I mean? So it's like, I'm afraid that if they run it back under these current circumstances, we might not get the George that we know we can. But hopefully, I'm talking out my ass. I hope George has been training. I'm a huge Street Jesus fan. So you think if they would run it back, you think it'll be the same thing? Or do you think there could be a difference?
George, he loves. I mean, he loves to fight. Like, he's not gonna let this be an excuse to not show up. He's not that type of fighter.
Nice. That's
He's
what I
not
hope,
the
man.
type of fighter that ever used that excuse that I didn't show up. He's
Yeah,
always gonna show up. That's what he loves to do. So
yeah.
I don't think he'll ever not show up. Win,
Nice,
lose, or
nice.
draw, but he's coming.
Yeah, that's gonna be a dope fight. We'll get to more in a second. I'm gonna take it to the comments real quick. Andrew V hopped on. What he say? Conor might have to fight Usman if Masvidal is really about to rematch Diaz. All right, we're gonna get more into that in a second. And then he says, "Ha ha ha, tap down for weight classes." Yeah, that's some real silly shit. To talk shit about KOs, and then you got the sub shit. He should have been a little more silent about that. All right, so Conor
Trying to keep it on the
Usman.
positive.
Yeah, for real. So while Jorge, so George is like, yo, Nate, don't forget about me. You know what I'm saying? If Connor's the GOAT and you the GOAT because you beat him, I'm the GOAT, I beat you. Well, that happened. Usman's like, I'm the GOAT because I'm the real champ. You know what I'm saying? Quote unquote, the real champ, as opposed to the BMF champ. So the thing is, though, Usman turned down a fight with George because Usman wants to make 3.5 million. And he didn't want to be paid for that. So then what Usman goes after that is to call out Conor McGregor and offer the shot. My assumption is he figures with Conor bigger payday, then he could grant his 3.5. So what are your opinions on this? Because between money and all these Twitter beefs, it kind of it kind of misconstrues the whole idea of fighting. Like you mentioned, George having that fighting spirit and just fighting for the sake of fighting and the respect. So yeah, tell me your thoughts on all this, like back and forth, fight this guy, not fight that guy. What's going on?
I mean, when it all comes down to it, it's mostly due to the money. I mean, he
Yeah,
became he's the champion now. He wants the money. I mean,
yeah,
I haven't followed him as he came through, but I never ever heard of anybody saying that he had money issues or calling out for money as he came up.
yeah,
He's the champ. I mean, I don't know if anybody ever made that much or
yeah,
even suggested to fight for that much in the UFC.
yeah.
So I don't know. But
One thing
if
I
you
know, I'm
calling
sorry.
out if you calling out names, though, if you beefing with people, then the money shouldn't be an issue. Like
Yeah,
if we have a personal problem and we're professional fighters
yeah,
and we want to, that's how we want to solve it. Like I want to fight you. I'm signing for. We could fight an exhibition fight. I don't
yeah,
need
yeah,
money. This is
yeah,
personal. I
yeah,
mean, that's
yeah.
just me though.
I look at it like as a fight fan, it's annoying as fuck. Because I just want to, when these guys start
Yeah.
tweeting each other, you get your hopes out on
It's that,
shit.
yeah,
Yeah,
because
first Connor's like, yo, Nate, I want
build
to
you
run it
up.
back. I'm not a big fan of that fight. I don't really want to see Nate and Connor running back per se. If they ran it back, I'd show up though. So I wasn't really feeling that, but he tried to do that. Then George was like, nah, Connor, I want Nate. You know what I'm saying? Usman is like, yo, I ain't scared of nobody. I want to prove myself, but for the right price. And then all of a sudden, he don't want to prove himself no more. So it's weird. It's because, like, I get the money thing, like you said. But also, like you said, if you say things, you got to maybe back them up. Don't forget how you felt about shit. And Usman seems to be really personal with George. While all that's happened, we can't forget about Kobe. Kobe Covington has called out George and Usman, and everybody ignoring him. I hate that guy, but he bangs. He fight. Like, a
Yeah, he
motherfucking fight.
definitely shows
You know what I'm
up.
saying? So I don't know. Me personally, the fights I would love to see. I would love to see, instead of George running it back with anybody, I want to see George fight Kobe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I don't
that'd
even
be a
want to
good
see
fight.
George fight Usman yet because I'm a little
That'd
afraid of the
be a good
grappling.
fight, but I think
Yeah,
George would put him out.
I hope so. I'm a little afraid of
He said,
Usman's
"I hope
grappling.
so."
Yo, because honestly, I feel like Usman is like, yo, it's gonna be hard to see. If Kobe couldn't do it, that fight between Kobe Covington and Usman really impressed
He
me and
didn't
showed me
try.
a lot with
They just
Usman.
split up.
Usman,
No one tried even.
yeah, and he
I
took
mean,
bombs. Usman took bombs. He weathered them and he fought strongly. You know what I mean? Like he's kind of an intimidating
he's a
fighter.
stalker, yeah, because he
Yeah,
stalks you. He doesn't
his
just keep
size, his
coming,
strength,
yeah.
his cardio, his resilience, it's tough. And George liked the bang, and then Usman will mix it up. So I'm afraid Usman grinding him out. I do believe George is champion material. I will hope George will take that. But I look at it like this: George will fall in love with the striking, and he might forget to stop the takedowns. He might forget to go for his own. and then he could, accidentally fall behind on points. So I would like to see George and Kobe because we'll get a
No,
slugfest.
I think George is ready. He was ready
Yeah,
for what you call um ah I forget his name.
yeah, it's all good. I be
He
forgetting, bro.
retired, man. He retired. He kneed him and knocked him
Oh,
the
Ben
wrestler.
Askren. Yeah, yeah,
All
yeah.
right, Ben
I
Askren.
mean, yeah,
He
hit him
had
with
to
that.
have a game plan for Ben because Ben is only going to try to take you down.
Yeah,
So he had a game plan for them for that.
yeah.
So
I
he,
mean, I don't know what to say because, my honest opinion, I think Ben was a little overrated. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't surprised. I'm not a Ben Askren fan. You know what I'm saying? He's good. You got to respect him. He's got that level and pedigree of wrestling. He's paid his dues. Everybody know that. You know what I'm saying? He's not
yeah.
a regular wrestler. He's in the elite wrestlers. But with that said, all that shit he was talking about UFC, I kind of knew he wasn't ready for UFC. I just had that feeling. You know what I'm saying? Or at least not at the age he came in. Maybe back when he was first talking his shit. Who knows?
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
But
maybe.
Usman scares me with that. Conor and Khabib rematching, I'm not really interested in that. You know what I
Nah,
mean?
me either.
Personally, not. I want to see what happens with Justin and Khabib. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna pull up something again that relates to everything we discussing. So with all that shit that's going on, 170, back to this money shit. I love this right here because everybody knows the famous moment between John Jones and Daniel Cormier. They were in the interview. John Jones was acting like a good boy. They thought the interview was over, the mic was off, and then John Jones started, "Hey, pussy, you there?" And that's where the famous line comes from. So John Jones was doing all this shit, blowing up all this smoke up our ass, calling out Francis. Everybody like, "Oh shit, John's got some balls." He calling out a scary person like Francis, a heavyweight. That's not that's not an easy fight to just step into a weight class and have a man like that meet you into the weight class and introduce you. That's he's arguably the future champ, arguably the scariest man in that division. And Jones is like,
Definitely the
"Yo, fuck
scariest
that."
man in that
So
division.
everybody's like, "Yeah." So everybody's like, "Yo, Jones, man, much respect." And then he pulls the fucking shit card on us. You know what I mean? And then I knew he was gonna do it because I don't know if you know the tweet, but he tweeted, blase, I'll go up and I'll beat his ass. He sucks, whatever. How much would you guys pay to see that? When he said that shit, I knew he had a scapegoat. He was ready to cop out. So not to talk shit because it's hard to say that Jones is scared of anybody because he's faced everybody threatening. He's undefeated. You know what I'm saying? He's probably one of the goats. You know what I'm saying? Or the goat that you could argue. So I don't know. As a fighter, man, talk to me, because I got mad opinions on this shit. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to be the only one talking shit.
Man,
I feel like,
I'd love to see the fight.
yeah, hell yeah. Do you think Jones could
Power
be a little
versus
scared?
skill.
Do you
Because
think money's an excuse or is it a good justification? I guess that's what. Let me stop beating around the bush.
it might be it might be a justification.
So do you think?
Probably a justification. Just I don't think, like I said, man, when you John Jones, you've been champion for how long? Consecutive defenses, and
Yeah,
you still
he's got
about
the
the money? You still about
yeah,
the money in this game?
yeah,
I don't I don't see that.
yeah. He he's got to be. I don't know who's the highest paid, but I assume he's the second highest paid after Conor. I just assume John Jones. Like I don't
I
know who.
mean, but on the opposite side, I mean, he's not very bright, so I
Yeah,
don't know what he's doing with the money. So
that's yeah, absolutely. He could be blowing through that shit. You know what I'm saying? And that should go quick. You know what I'm saying? A one night in Vegas, that should go
it's a
quick.
one night.
Yeah, man. Yo, you be hearing these guys will go. I mean, shit, just in a strip club, they'll drop 20, 30 grand. You know what I'm saying? That should be real. That's what they really be doing. Um, then you got the cars, you got this and that, you know what I'm saying? You got the party favors. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Party.
just like, so it's like, they out here doing all the shit. And in spite of all that, he's still whooping everybody's ass. But what
Yeah,
get me
that's
tight is
true.
that
But they
you
bring
should,
up that he was busted for pads though.
yeah, recently he
That
got,
that
yeah, for
shit
the D.
shows
Yeah.
overshadows him. That's what
Yeah,
most
yeah,
people go on, or his
yeah,
criminal past. But
yeah,
I don't know how either that affects his in
yeah,
there. I've been in there like that. I
yeah,
mean, all that outside stuff that's going on, he has to shut that down and focus on fighting.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that's not a plus. Like
Yeah.
to be going through that and having to step
Yeah.
in the cage, and he's still
Yeah.
overcoming all of that.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's what he does. He's always that's one thing about him compared to the other champions. Well, I wouldn't even say compared to the other champions because there's plenty of champions that have done the same thing. We also got a lot of new champions. We got a lot of new champions that are vacating. So I guess what I should mean is currently at the moment active champions. You know, he's one of the guys that every time they got someone who's a threat, he faces them. He don't play no games. He don't duck nobody. He don't dodge nobody. So we got to give
That's
him that
true.
respect. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying? At light
that's true.
heavyweight, he's the greatest light heavyweight of all time. He talks about like he's a legacy guy. He wants to be historical. So if you want to be historical and it would be about legacy, it wouldn't be about the money. You know,
Nope.
he said, all right, the next place to build the legacy would be at heavyweight. You know what I'm saying? And then to open it up with facing Ngannou, he would have win that, you know, get the belt,
His
become a
that
double
was his
champ.
solidify. Yeah, that was
Yeah,
solidified.
lock it in, and then he could just be done with it. So I would imagine, wouldn't you risk it if you're sincere and genuine about, you know, your statement of it being a legacy? So I don't know. Me personally, I'm a little mad at Jones, bro. I'm a little mad at him. You know, I'm a big fan. You know, I know he does what he does outside the shit, but me personally, as a fight fan, I don't really whatever they do outside the shit, that's their personal life. I don't really get into it. You know what I'm saying? I don't really have a judgment on it. Like maybe I'll think it's stupid or it's not, but I'll still watch the person fight. You know what I mean? For me, fighting is raw like that. It's just fighting. You know what I mean? You could be a nice person or a bad person out the cage. I'm still gonna respect you and I'm still gonna watch your shit. And I'm just gonna judge you on your fighting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he got me mad right now. He got me mad, bro, because and now he's talking about like, all right, best. So he's like, not only am I not going to heavyweight since they don't want to give me a raise when you already probably the second highest paid. Yeah, that was his. Yeah, that was his public announcement. So, all right, so let me fill you in a little bit because that might tweak your opinion. So he was heckling and calling out Francis Ngannou almost every day. There was another tweet regarding how he'll beat him. Then they got down to the table and started talking, and UFC didn't want to give him a raise. He wanted to be paid extra incentive to go to heavyweight and face Ngannou, but that's a fight he built up and he created. No one even considered that before that. He was the one that started it all off. So it puts him in a position where it makes you look a certain way. You know what I mean? At least you got to be fair about that. You know, and make you look like you're playing games or maybe scared. So then with that said, he goes on to say he's not mad at the UFC for what they did. He feels he did good business with them, but he feels he deserves more. So with that said, he pulled a Conor and he's like, don't know when I'm fighting again, but it's not for a long time. He said, I'm leaving the game for a little while. It's like a half retirement. So now he won't even finish his contract at light heavy because, I mean, we could still argue a potential rematch for Reyes, maybe even Santos, even though, I don't know, some people say Santos, you know, Santos survived for 5 rounds, but I don't think he did enough to, like, think immediate rematch. Maybe Reyes, you know what I mean?
Yeah, Reyes.
Yeah. So, I mean, other than that, you know, we need Jones right now. We need some mega stars. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we don't need him, but the UFC need him. They don't got no ticket sales now with the empty stadiums. How do you feel about that shit? Would just
I
the
like
no
how
crowd shit.
no, I mean, I fought amateurs, so
Yeah,
I
I
came
know,
up
right?
there
Yeah,
amateur ranks with
yeah.
no one in the
Sometimes that
crowd.
shit can be empty.
Sometimes no one be
Yeah,
there.
bro.
So
Yeah. What I did notice, and it could be assumption, you know, it could be me overthinking, but a lot of the fighters they're getting a week or 2 weeks notice. A lot of guys weren't. Yeah, I know that shit puts a lot of pressure. A lot of them are saying in their
for wait.
like week 2. Yeah, everyone's getting a week or 2 notice. You know, with everything, the way he throws the cards now, it all needs to happen pretty much last minute. He announced his May 30th card that happens this Saturday. He didn't get the full card until the middle of the week. He only had the main event, you know, about 10 days ago. He had the main event, like 2 fights. Now he got the next 4 events lined up, you know. So they're getting a week or 2 notice. A lot of them, too, had no fight camp. Excuse me. Fighting with no fight camp is a bad idea, obviously. That's the whole fucking point of a fight
But
camp.
if he didn't have a fight camp, I guess
Well, what I was
saying
getting at is that
everybody doesn't know what each other's doing.
yeah,
So that's
everybody's in the
kinda
same boat. No one's getting the good fight camp. You know what I'm saying? Some is getting no fight camps. So what I noticed in the last 3 events was everybody fought a little different, and everyone banged a lot more. I don't know if it was because of the crowd not being there. So when you hear the sound of the attack, you want to return the favor, you know, because you're like, oh shit, crack me, I gotta crack him back, you know, and then that escalates this war. Or during fight camps, a lot of fighters when they fight, even when they have a good fight camp, they still banged up. There's still something bothering them, some nagging injury. You know,
I can
people.
attest to that.
Yeah, you feeling it right. As soon as I say injury, you feel something. Yeah. So I think a lot of them might have been healed. They were healed up. So it's weird. It's like maybe the cardio is gonna be in effect, but they healed up. And those three fight cards were crazy. They fucking banged. They went to war. Every fight was better than the last.
I mean,
I'm just hyped, man.
I like get better when I get a good fight camp. So leading up to the fight, I have to do absolutely nothing but focus on the fight.
Yeah.
That's why I think a lot of fighters they train and they don't get that recovery time before the fight.
Yeah.
They're still sore when they step in that
Yeah,
cage.
hell yeah. It's a tough game, man, because it's a lot of shit you gotta ignore or get over because you already made a commitment. You know, everybody's expecting it. Yeah, it's tough, man. I'm
But
not nearly. I'm sorry.
I be in there and I'm not nearly as highly as focused as other people. But when you get in that cage,
Yeah.
Everything locks in.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
for me, it just locks in. Like once the cage, my mind can be wherever it is. Once the
yeah,
cage locks and he's like, "You're ready," like everything locks, focus.
nice.
It just snaps in.
So let me ask you regarding nerves. What was your worst and your best experience regarding nerves? Like not necessarily the worst thing that happened in the fight, but the worst fight where your head was just like not right and you were worried. You know what I mean?
I would have to say my first loss.
Okay.
My first loss at
So like
that's WK Nationals. Ooh, back
yeah.
in that's way back.
So tell me a little bit about those nerves. Like what was going through, you know, what do you think there was something that you couldn't get past to turn on? What do you think went wrong?
I mean, just a new atmosphere. It was supposed to be like a tournament style, like something I really wanted.
Yeah.
Like the kickboxing, they had the tournaments where you fight two
Yeah.
times. It was supposed to be like that, but it didn't. It didn't pan out like that, and it was just the wait. I think we waited to the last day. I think we was down there like maybe 4 days, and everything ain't pan out. Like it was just trouble to the last day. It's like fight, and that was like
Shit's
everything
like an
was like just like
avalanche.
oh
yeah. Yeah, you gotta juggle a lot as a
just like
fighter.
in the regular fight too. Like I hate fighting the main event or being the main event. I'd
A lot of
rather
people
be the
say that.
first three at the first one of the first three fighters fight.
Do you think it's because you waiting long and you want to get it over with, or is it because you waiting long and you got too much time to think about, like I don't know, worry or something?
Yeah, probably it weighs you down just the worry and
Yeah.
trying to focus on it that whole time, just trying to stay focused on one thing.
So with that
Probably.
said, you've been in a lot of main events, I know, and
Yeah.
you've held a lot of titles. You know, in the amateur game, you've shit, I think at least a 2 or 3 time champion, right? Or am I wrong? Two-time champion. Yeah, that's what's up. You know what I mean? That's a big deal. So that shit was a lot. Like you know, tell us a little bit of what it was like when you was going through those 2 title fights, like leading up in the back, waiting for that shit, all that energy and nervousness building up.
I mean, well, you was there at my first title fight.
Yeah.
Matt. I mean,
Okay. Yes, that was your first title fight. All right.
Yeah, that was my first title fight. I mean, that was
that was
I
a
mean,
dope.
that was a
fight.
good. Like I had everything good. Training camp, everything was good. Like not jittery. I mean, not too jittery.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
Because
I
you're gonna
was
get
calm.
something. Yeah.
I was calm, but I wasn't the jittery like
Yeah.
as I've been in the past.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't the total calm that I have felt now.
Yeah.
But
So
just a little jittery. And
So with
as
it,
you see, I didn't show up in the first round.
yeah.
It
I mean, it
came out in the
happens. You know what I'm
second.
saying?
Yeah.
It may not have even been that you didn't show up. You know, because the way I saw it was his game plan was to like press you. So
Bless
in the
you.
first
Yeah.
round, yeah, he blitzed you and he just started fucking swinging everything he could think of, and you stood composed. You know what I'm saying? And in the second round, you dropped him, you hurt him, and as soon as you dropped him, you was on it like, yeah, dead ass. I seen the whole shit in slow motion too, because yo, be keeping 100 with you. I knew that shit was gonna happen. I knew it was gonna go down just like that. I had seen some of your previous fights, and I was like, yo, I'm telling you, in the second round, he starts looking for that overhand, and he lands it. He lands it a lot because like he'll fool you. You know what I'm saying? You have this look sometimes where you look really relaxed. So it gives people this, I don't know, like just calmness. They get overconfident. They get overcalm. And bang. And as soon as you hit him, you were like a fucking lion, you know, chasing a gazelle because you jumped on his neck and you caught the rear naked choke. That shit was impressive, man. That shit was impressive, you know. That was a guy who was coming off a lot of knockouts. He had fought a dude where, believe it or not, he gave the guy like a multiple fucking concussion or some shit. And you handle that shit like a G. So, you know, do you think as you became more experienced, it's getting easier, or is it still like a new battle for every single fight?
It's a new battle when it comes like to skills, because you always want to practice. You always want to master what you're already good at and what you're accustomed to doing. You always work at what your abilities
Yeah,
are. You always want to work at. Then you
yeah,
want to work at what you're really not good at.
yeah.
With me, I like to
What?
focus on what I'm not good at and try to leave what
Yeah,
I'm good at alone.
yeah,
So that's
yeah. That
why
makes sense. That's why you
my
evolve.
as you see my game plan, I'll switch from striking to straight wrestling now. Because now I
Yeah,
got this wrestling background with my
yeah,
wrestling coach, Aman Swari. So now I can both. And once I learn to mix them, I'll
yeah.
come a complete evolve again.
What about
That's what I'm working on now.
what about anxiety? Is it do you still have to battle anxiety, or you got a ritual down at this
Mm,
point?
Nah, I let the anxiety come through. I try to go not into emotions. So before all my fights, I let my emotions out. I'll go somewhere and cry, let it out. So it's no conflict when I'm in there.
That's mad
So
deep.
you'll never see uh me a what Cormier. You'll never see me like
Yeah,
Cormier after a
yeah,
fight. I
yeah,
did that before the fight. I got all emotions
yeah,
out,
yeah.
all
It's like a
emotions
blank
out,
slate.
and all that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So now
Yo,
I'm
that's
stepping
dope.
in there with no aggression. That's why you don't really see me aggressive
Yeah,
because there's no emotion there. I'm here to
yeah,
compete. When I step in there, it's compete mode.
yeah. That's
I
what's up.
smell
I
blood. I
respect that.
smell blood, but I'm that's not going in there and blitzing you,
Yeah.
going crazy. I'm
You
work
got
my skills, set you up.
you got all types of wins from decisions to knockouts to submissions. What's your favorite way to win? What
Huh?
feels the best? It's probably knockout. I
Choking
just want to hear
somebody.
you say it.
No,
Choking. All right. You
choking
like
somebody.
you like to
Choking
hear
is the
that
best.
sound, or you like to feel
No,
that shit
I
when you're
like
cutting
to
off life?
feel like
Yeah,
yeah, because I
yeah,
dominated you.
yeah.
Like anybody can get knocked out. A little kid can come just punch you and knock you
Yeah,
out.
that's true.
But
That's true.
no
I never
little
thought of it that
kid
way.
is gonna come and just
And
choke you. You're
choke you.
just gonna,
Yeah,
oh, you're not strong enough. Get off
yeah,
me. But
yeah,
if a grown man dominates you like
yeah,
Khabib does, like
yeah,
it's not just he won, he
yeah,
dominated you. That's
yeah,
psychological to you.
yeah.
You just
Yeah, that's
got
a good point.
dominated.
You know, if somebody knocks you out, they could have got lucky. You could have got
Yep.
caught. You could have made a mistake. If someone chokes you out, you couldn't defend the grappling.
Yep.
You
You
couldn't stop
couldn't.
the
Like you
transition.
couldn't. There's
Yeah, that's
nothing you
what's
could
up.
have done.
That's dope. I never thought of it that way.
Yeah, that's just how I look at it. Everybody else,
Yeah,
I don't want to be knocked out. That's right.
yeah,
Well, if he knocks you out, there's nothing you can do.
yeah. That's just that's dope. So how so like you obviously missing the game. As
Yeah.
far as New York, no one really knows what the fuck is going on. The governor keeps saying different shit right now. They I think talking about opening stuff up, but I think for the gyms that's like phase 4. Um, are you starting to itch? Do you think like it's been too long? Are you gonna lose some of your skills? Like they need to let
Oh
you
no
back
no
in
no
there.
no 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 no
What's
no no
going on? Talk to me. I
no.
mean,
I
yeah, that
mean,
came out
I'm a
wrong. Like
true
you ain't gonna
fighter
lose no
fighter, nigga.
skills.
I'm
Yeah,
true
for
fighter
real.
fighter fighter.
Yeah.
Only
So
the
how?
only thing skill I will never lose.
Yes, yes,
Still,
yes.
I focus too much on that.
Yeah,
Punching, I'm always punching, kicking,
yeah.
and all that.
I guess y'all
Now
say drive.
cardio,
Yeah,
yeah.
cardio I
No,
already know is
no.
gonna take a
Now
hit.
cardio is a different story. That's what
Yeah.
you have to train for. That's just I guess some people can have that at certain weight. Like me at 185, I have no cardio issues.
Yeah,
Coming down
yeah,
to 170, I mean everything feels so light. So I'm
yeah,
just going, and next thing you know, I'm like, damn, I'm that
yeah.
tired, that off
Yeah,
that
you
fast.
push
It's
too
not.
much.
I'm
Yeah,
not used to that heaviness
yeah,
there. Now it's everything so fast, and I can throw
yeah,
it so fast. I just
yeah,
let it go and
yeah.
burn myself out. I gotta
So
get used
then,
to that.
would you say you like 185 best for you?
Oh yes.
Where? So, what are your plans if all this shit comes back together? You want to get back on, start fighting? How
Oh
long do
yeah.
you think?
Definitely. I need
How?
about
I'm sorry, again.
huh?
No, go ahead. What did you just
Me to
say?
get back into it. I could need good 60 days with my coaches. Get me
Word.
back in there.
That's what's up, man. I really hope this gets back soon. I missed the gym, man, and I'm getting too fat. I'm already a heavyweight, struggling with
So
my
yeah,
weight.
yeah.
Yo, Deadass, this has been a problem
That's
with me.
something I
I'm
never
not a true
struggled
heavyweight.
with.
I gotta get the fuck out of heavyweight.
Yeah,
I gotta deal with these big monsters all the time. And it's because I like to eat. You know what I'm saying? I'm on that DC shit, except I don't grapple as good. If I grappled as good, it wouldn't be such a problem. But I miss it, man. This Sunday coming up, we're gonna have a podcast with a couple of the gym owners, and we'll be talking about things. And hopefully, because the pro scene is back. But with the pro scene, obviously, you need an amateur scene. Like you're a pro fighter now, but I'm sure you remember how important the
yeah,
amateur scene was because it helped you
yeah.
develop and get the
Before I was
composure, the
amateur, before
experience.
they even legalized, we was wearing
Yeah,
legalized shirts when we was amateurs,
yeah,
trying to get it
yeah.
legalized.
Yeah. Remember how different it was before it became legal, and then they started
Yeah,
coming with all the crazy
the
rules.
rules.
It
Yeah,
got really expensive too. People don't realize for the average promoter to throw a show, it's a couple grand,
yeah.
and
The
not a couple grand.
insurance,
It's like
plus the insurance.
20.
Yeah,
Yeah, I would assume. I'm sure it's a little bit different for everybody. I don't personally know what they're going through, but from the things I've looked at, the average is 20, 30K just to put on the show. Then you need the wherever the show is being held at, they want to make their money. You know,
the
they're
venue.
probably not gonna let people in to sell tickets. So if people not making money, there's not gonna be no show. There's not no show. There's no fight. There's not no fighters. There's no gyms. It's like it's a really complicated scenario. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
we'll talk about that on Sunday. They're gym owners, fight promoters, but from a fighter standpoint, how bad is this affecting you, if at all?
I mean, for me, I'm a journeyman fighter, man. I love to do this. Like I have a full-time job. Like this hasn't affected my job. I still been working this
Yeah.
whole time, so it doesn't affect my livelihood. But I'm bored to death. I don't do
Yeah.
nothing. That
Yeah.
was my
Yeah.
schedule. I go to work and straight
Yeah.
from work, I'm
Yeah.
in the gym until
Yeah.
tonight. Now I'm here doing nothing.
I
Yeah,
mean, let
get
me
my little
ask you.
workout in.
You obviously have bigger things to gain. I'm an amateur, and I'm only going to stay an amateur because I'm in my 30s, so I started late. But the point I'm getting is that
What? Okay,
with
we're gonna talk
without
about that.
without.
off off
I'm sorry,
air.
again.
Now we're gonna talk about that off air because you
Okay,
talk
yeah,
about you 30 right now.
yeah, right. But I started late. You started a lot sooner, so you got
No,
more
I
skills in
started
that
two
month.
years.
Oh,
I
really?
started at
So
28. Yeah,
28, nice. So you
I'm
didn't know.
35.
So you had no background before 28.
No
Nah.
background. I had a boxing background.
Okay.
I boxed like I came up
Yeah.
boxing
Yeah.
in Mastic Shirley in Atlantic
Yeah.
boxing with
Yeah.
Leon Green,
Yeah.
Adam Willett,
Yeah.
and
But it's
all of
still
them.
different though, because striking you can learn a lot quicker and get
Yeah.
good at it a lot faster. Grappling,
Yep.
wrestling, jiu-jitsu is a whole nother game.
Yeah.
And you're good
So
at that
from
shit.
28, yeah, because I
Yeah.
fell in love with it. That's why I said
Yeah.
it's more. It fit me more. Like I learned how to throw my hands. Like everybody wants to throw their hands. I'll knock you out. This, and that. I'm
Yeah.
like, all right, we can throw hands, but if I
Yeah.
grab you,
Yeah.
then what? Everybody
Yeah.
don't grab you. But that's the
Yeah.
real test of a man.
Exactly. Yeah. You imposing your will. It's
Yeah.
up to them to stop it. They got to defend themselves literally. You know what I mean? What
And
I was getting at is that
I had 4 classes before my first MMA fight, 4 jujitsu classes with D Rock.
uh, Damn, only 4. Yeah, that's what's up. That's that had to be nerve wracking. But did you go up against a guy who was
I went
fuck
against the
around, you would have
grappler
went
too.
in there. Oh yeah, I was gonna say
And
they
I'm
throw you in
choking
there
him
with a
out
purple
because
belt or some shit. You know what I
he
mean? It's
tried to
crazy.
take me out and I'm guillotining him.
Yeah. What I was thinking is as an amateur and shit, I'm not gonna try to be a pro. I'm not gonna try to make money off it. I'm not gonna try to get a pro belt. I might try to get an amateur belt. What I'm getting at is that I feel like I have no purpose almost. You know what I mean? Like as a fighter, I realized the fighting in the gym gave us purpose. And I said that to a degree. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel empty per se. You know what I mean? I got a toddler. So my family means a lot to me. This podcasting has been doing a big thing for me. It allows me to express myself, but the fighting, bro, like I feel like I need this shit. So I can imagine other people like you who took it to another level. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, I mean, when you talk that aspect, like I said, like I
yeah,
do this, like the money's okay. It's like my
yeah,
side hustle,
yeah. You do it for the
but
love,
I
pretty
do this
much.
because I it's like a test of me
Yeah,
when I
yeah,
get in
that's that
there.
real shit. Yeah,
I mean, like a lot of people don't know this, but before my first Bellator fight, I broke down. I
nice,
broke
nice.
down to my girl.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to say nice, but you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
Like yo,
I mean that
that's real.
pressure,
That's
like,
dope.
and I never felt that pressure
Yeah.
through none of my fights, but it felt
Mhm.
like I couldn't breathe at that point.
Yeah.
Off of a post, a friend
You
posted about
okay?
me
There it goes. You broke out.
fighting, and I caught
Okay.
anxiety from just his post, and I couldn't
Yeah.
breathe
Yeah. So
just off of
you
post.
felt like
Yeah,
yeah. So what, like
like
the post was the kind of post where like they believed in you and then you felt like, oh fuck, all these people counting on
uh,
me. Cause that fucked me up. I was in a title fight.
something like that. But it's
Before
just
that title fight, I didn't have nerves because I look at it like your nerves kind of don't matter, because like how you said, you might feel this, you might feel that, but once you get in there, everything goes away because you just in fight or flight mode. And the person you fighting is gonna try to knock you the fuck out or try to choke you out or whatever, hurt you. So I focus on that. But when the title fight came, I just felt like I couldn't let people down. All of a sudden, I wasn't thinking about fighting. I was thinking about I don't want to let people down. I don't want to embarrass myself. I had
see
never
that I feel
feared
that
losing until that day. You know what I
I
mean?
only feel like that after the loss. I
Okay.
never put that much pressure on me before the fight
Yeah.
because
Yeah, that was a mistake I made.
I know it's only me. What's called? I mean, that's not a
Yeah.
mistake. I mean,
Yeah.
have done that, but
Okay. Okay.
now that I know, I understand it's only me. My
Yeah.
coaches tell me it's
Yeah.
only you in there. Like they
Yeah.
fed that to me. But after the
Yeah.
fight, if I lost, I always feel
Yeah.
like I let people down.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
when I
That
feel
shit
like I
sucks.
let
Yeah.
people down.
You go
But
through like
after
a
I lost, like damn,
little brief period.
I
Yeah.
had people
Yeah.
counting on me. Damn,
Yeah. Yeah. I
that's
felt it. I
that's
felt it
after the
after
fight.
too.
Yeah.
What I was feeling before the fight, I think, was the fear of losing. I had never was. It was weird. I never feared the L because if I was like, yo, I lose.
That's
Fuck it.
probably like one of my attributes.
Yo, it was weird because I had this shit where like, yo, if I lose, I lose. But I felt confident that I was gonna display something that'll get me respect. Like, yo, I know I may lose to this dude, but I'm not gonna make it easy for this fucker. Like, I'm gonna come
Yeah.
at him. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving what I got. With that fight, I just kept thinking, yo, everything built up to this. I gotta bring this belt home. You know what I'm saying? Everybody thinks I'm the champ already. I gotta go get this shit. And it just made me like, not fight like I fight, made me not think correctly and all that other shit. But as a fighter, it's hard, man. It's hard getting in there. Bellator was a big deal. I know when Bellator shit came around at that time. Like, I mean, so it's still they just open. UFC is the only thing open at the moment. But like, that was a big deal. Bellator's up there with like UFC and the other organizations that are mainstream. You walked out on that first Bellator fight. How did that feel? Like, compared to
Ooh.
everything else, because it had to be a more exciting moment.
I mean,
Tell me a little bit about
my
that walkout.
coaches, my coaches had me like invincible. Like that
Nice.
first
They
fight,
had you
my
ready to
first
fight
walkout,
like
I
any
was
hitman,
ready.
right?
I didn't even walk out.
Yeah.
I ran out. I didn't even stop moving
Nice, nice.
until they was ready to line us up for the fight. I was
Yeah,
ready, like
that's hot.
conditioned. Like that fight, that's one of the
Yeah,
best performances you ever gonna see.
yeah,
Even though even though I lost. That's my best performance so far
Nice,
to this
nice,
day.
nice.
Even though I won the
Hey
next
man, you
one, that
won
was
some
my best
fights too.
performance.
Yeah, I was gonna say those were good
Yeah.
performances, man. You know, I remember watching that shit like, damn, he looking good out there. I remember being real happy for you because you could just tell you was fired up out there. You know what I'm saying? I missed your first fight at Bellator. I didn't see that one, but I know what happened. But I got to see the next fight, and you were fighting with a lot of conviction. You know what I'm saying? Like no matter
Yeah.
what was happening, I
I
don't know.
was
You
gonna
just
win.
looked like yeah, you had
We're gonna
that
take you
Yeah,
down. Yeah.
that's the best way to describe it. I could like see the determination on you. So I was watching that shit like every little step of the way, and that was dope, man. You had a good performance, and that was good. I'm happy to see you doing your thing. You've always been a dope dude. Every time I met you, you was friendly, humble, down to earth. So you one of the fighters out there that you set a good example. You know what I'm saying? You set a real good example for work ethic, fighting, and for personality, man. I got mad respect for you, dog. Honestly.
I
I'm gonna
have
check
mad
the time.
respect for the gym. Well, when I step in here, everybody out for me with open arms. So I give it
Yeah.
back to everybody that steps in here.
Yeah. Which is what we're gonna get to next because we about to wrap up. But before we wrap up, you know, I want you to give shout outs to all the people that matter to you, whatever gym, whatever coach, whatever. Like, now's your time. You got the mic. Anything you want to say? Let us know how we can find you on social media. Take the floor, Ryan. This is all you right now.
You can find me on Instagram. I mean, I'm not really social.
Okay.
I mean,
I mean, they
try
still
to
might
be
want to
because I'm
track
a
you. You know what I
fighter.
mean? Because
I
now,
try to be because I'm a fighter, but I'm
yeah,
not
yeah.
really social. But there's a few posts here and there. You can follow me on Instagram at
Okay.
Hardy Boy MMA, Facebook Ryan Hardy Evans, and yeah, I got tons of shout outs. My fiance
Yeah. So
Alicia
let me hear it.
Biondo,
Okay.
Alicia
Okay. Let
Biondo,
me
my fiance. She drives
Okay.
me
What
crazy,
about
but I love her. I got my coaches.
you're pointing over
My
there. She like
coaches,
on
yeah, she's over there.
okay.
I got my
So tell
coaches.
her we all set it up.
I got my coaches,
Okay, yeah, that's what I want
Professor
to hear. I want to
Tom
hear.
Miller,
Okay.
my striking coach, Tom English.
Okay.
Definitely shout
Yeah.
out. They probably watching this. Shout
Yeah, I
them
haven't
out.
seen
I
Tom in a
mean,
minute.
they grew. They took my everything top
So you've
notch
been
when
with
I
them
came over
since you mentioned I'm sorry, I know we're supposed to wrap up. I do gotta wrap up because I got
there.
another show, but I got one more
Yeah.
question because I'm curious now. So you just mentioned, have they been with you since when you started at 28?
No,
No, okay. So when did you get up with who you with now?
I got it with them right for that title fight.
Nice,
Right
nice,
before
nice.
that title
Yeah.
fight. I
So are
got
you
when
happy now?
that
You
was
in a
my
good
first.
place?
Matter of fact, that was my first fight with them. Yeah, I'm
Nice,
happy.
nice, nice.
I continue to
So
learn every day with them. Every time
yeah,
we in each other's vicinity, I'm learning.
nice. So are you gonna get back soon? Because it seems like things are gonna be, opening up. You know what I mean? We might have the local pro organizations hopefully throwing something by the end of the summer, maybe early winter. So get ready. You might get lucky, have
Oh
something to
yeah,
jump on. You know what
that's why I stay working
I mean?
out, staying in
Yeah.
shape.
So
But yeah,
any advice you want to give for fighters or aspiring fighters right now?
I mean, give it your all, man. If it's your dream, go for it. That's all
Word,
I can tell you.
word. All
Just
right,
go
and last
for it.
thing, what's your favorite cheat snack or your favorite cheat meal?
Favorite
Because
cheat
even the
meal?
good fighters got something they like to cheat with. Yeah, I be
Cheat
seeing your
meal. I
food,
mean,
bro. I know what you eat. Don't you
you
can't lie to
saw
me.
me
I
seeing
follow
your
you on
food. I know
Facebook.
what you eat.
You
I don't
eat
even know
good.
what is considered like a cheat meal though for
All
me.
right,
Like,
so what's your favorite meal from your fiance? What's your favorite meal? Because I see that shit. You eat good.
oh,
Sometimes you get me
she
hungry and
always
I be
eating
jealous,
chicken
bro.
though.
I
Chicken, yeah.
love that.
She
I can
cooks healthy, so it's not.
yeah, yeah,
I don't get no cheat
yeah, yeah,
meals
yeah.
for her. Like,
Yeah, I
and
didn't
even
mean
when I go out,
necessarily.
I get like burritos and like. I mean, I
Shit,
guess
burritos,
pizza would be a
pizza.
cheat meal. I guess
So
pizza.
you don't have something that you think about the whole fight camp. I feel like every fighter, the moment the
Nah,
fight's over,
I just developed
damn. So you the real deal,
what you
bro. You
call for bean burritos. Just a bean burrito. I
yeah,
don't
that's what
know
you want after a fight.
from no through. I
Oh,
mean, I'm eating those through my
oh,
whole
you eating
camp
that the
now.
whole
Yeah,
camp. All
those
right,
so that's my thing now. I don't know. I'm eating them now, even though
all
I'm not
right.
in camp.
Cause I be
That's
having to
just my
clean up
thing
for
now.
camp. So as soon as the fight's over,
Oh, I never have
yo,
to
I
clean.
want something fried. I want some wings or a burger and beer, bro. I want to drink. I want to eat. Yo, like I almost put myself through training for two reasons. One, I want to test myself. Like you want to test, obviously, otherwise you wouldn't be there. But two, I want to give myself purpose, and then I just want to party. Like I want to celebrate that I was so good for so long. It's weird. It's a weird psychology. I can't explain it. That might be why I'm so heavyweight.
I can understand it. I can understand it.
For real, man.
Like,
it's
like
a hard life, but it's a good
celebration
life.
of your dedication.
Yeah,
like, yo, I dedicated this time all the way to this. I did nothing. That all days. Nah, I just want to party.
Yeah. You know, what got me into this? I used to be in love, like a lot of people, in love with the karate flicks, the old kung fu flicks. But my whole shit was I wanted to be a samurai, you know. And the samurai is like they get down. You gotta
love the code.
Your spoils of war. Yeah, you follow the code. But then I was referring to the sake shots. I was referring to the. That's what I was getting at. You talking about the code. I talking about the party. You know what I'm saying? But absolutely, I feel you. It was a lot of fun today. Thank you so much for hopping on. And I definitely want to link up with you so we can do like a full-blown interview about you and really break that down. So, guys, you can find that on Facebook.com/MMA-bug. Look for that. You can see the replay of this. So you can catch Ryan Hardy Evans. My bad. I was about to say your name all like inside in and out. Hold on. We got some comments going on. Oh, this is my co-host from MMA Smash Podcast, Will Colazo. You do your thing, boys. I wanted to be a Ninja Turtle in Street Fighter the game. Yeah, I should have mentioned that because that definitely was a big influence. What about you? What's your favorite Ninja Turtle, Ryan? What's your favorite? My shit was Raphael.
Of course, Raphael. Come on. My name is Ryan.
That's why. It's true. That's why I brought you on the show. I knew I liked you. You know what I'm saying? But yo, thank you for coming on today. I'm gonna sign out. So what you're gonna do is, because it's your first time using this with me, don't hit leave studio. I'm going to end the broadcast, which is going to go for live, but then we'll get a moment to say goodbye and get off and talk about maybe like the next time we'll link up for the interview. Yesterday, I had a guest that just like disappeared. it just disappeared. So this stuff I want to talk about, but we're going to sign off from live. Thank you, everyone that commented.
Shout out Mullah BJJ.
Yes. Any other shout outs? Go for it. That was a chance.
Oh, Mullah BJJ. Shout out Budokan. Bobby Campbell's. I see you got the shirt on.
Yeah.
Bellboy Kickboxing, man. All the gyms out there. No Limit Kickboxing. Oh, man. I can't wait till this all up. We get back in the gym.
Get back to doing what we love. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yo, take care, guys. We out of here.